part of the world. Um, so today on the logical expression, we'll be looking at how we can evaluate logical statements. We can start with the evaluation of a simple logical statement, and of course, we can go um, complex from a simple logical statement to a very complex one, where we use the conjunction or or and in order to link two logical expressions together. All right, so a quick recap of what we did the last video. All right, so in the last video, we already know that as one of the use of equal sign is that equal sign is basically used in evaluating statements. It's actually used to evaluate expression to confirm if what we have on the right side of the equation is also the same thing as what we have on the left side of the equation. All right, so quickly, based on this data set that we have, let's see how we can write some simple logical expression, and of course, we'll go complex from here. Okay, so I have these few data sets, basically contains all the list of products, and the category that the product fall into, and of course the unit price of each product, what has been ordered against what was received, and like I mentioned, we can easily do a quick variance check um, in order to know if the customer is actually satisfied with our service by you know confirming that what the customer ordered is exactly what the customer received. All right, so I've quickly introduced a field or a column, sorry. I've quickly introduced a column that we call variance. Variance is just to confirm that what the customer ordered is exactly what the customer received. Otherwise, the customer is not satisfied with our service. All right, so like we all had in the last video, in order to start a function in Excel, you must start with the equal sign, right? Equal sign, then when I click inside this cell E3, that's me picking the value 9. So since I want to know if what was ordered is equals to what was actually delivered, right? I could just press equals to this. All right, so like I also mentioned that in the last video that anytime we have something like this that we've gotten the result for, we could also just come to the bottom right here and double click on this, and this would actually give us what's the result, what we're currently looking at here. So, like I mentioned in the last video also, that we have different arithmetical evaluation sign. One of them is the equal sign that allows us to be able to evaluate what we have on both sides of the equation, right? Among them, this list of evaluation sign that allows us to evaluate our logical expression. So we have the arithmetic signs used in used for logical operations. We have the equal sign, which is what we just experienced, looking at how we can use this equal sign to check for the variance. And of course, we have greater than sign, we have less than sign, we have greater than or equals to, and we have the less than or equals to, right? So also, let's go to the next scenario. Let's say we're just concerned um, and we're eager to see where what was ordered is actually greater than what was received, right? So we could start with equals to and select this order to pick the value in the cell, right? So if I put in equal sign, I will be wrong because the arithmetic sign that I'm currently looking at is the greater than sign, right? So greater than this and equals to. All right, so of course we can see here that what was ordered here is not greater than what we have here. So I'll click here to give me all the results. Okay, so obviously everything that we have on this side is actually less than what we have here. Okay, so what if I change this to 11? What if I change this to 11? Take note that the first record, the value that we have here for this first record will change from false to true. Okay, so if I click outside, this changes to true. If I put in 91 here, and also for this line record, this would automatically change to true. Okay, so let us look for, okay, let me change this to 3 so that we have some more true records where what was ordered is actually greater than what was supplied. Okay, so let us look at less than here. So less than, we could equal sign, right? This is just to confirm if the ordered quantity is less than what was received, less than this, right? Of course, this will be false because ordered quantity here is actually greater than what was received. So I haven't gotten the first record value. We go to the bottom right and double click to show us this. All right, so this basically is the basics for logical evaluation expression. And at a glance, we can see records where what was ordered is actually way greater than what was received. All right, so in case we now want to see records of what was ordered that is actually greater than what was received, we could actually click on this filter here and select false to see records that were ordered being greater than what was received. All right, you see that we have three records here. 11 is greater than 10, 91 is greater than 90, and 3 is greater than 4. All right, so let me clear the filter here. All right, here most of the records here is saying that what was ordered is less than what was received, right? Just one, two, right? So let us filter and select true. True is just to confirm that what was ordered is actually greater than what was is lesser than what was received. Then we have these two records, which is fine. All right, so let us talk about okay, let us see the scenario of less than or equals to and greater than and equals to. Okay, so let's see greater than, greater than. Okay, okay, so it's more like this, greater than or equals to, right? And this less than or equals to. So let's see how we can do that. So we're going to say equals to, right? Ordered quantity is greater than or equals to received quantity, right? Okay, right. So what this is saying that 11, which is the other quantity, is greater than received quantity or equals to this. So it is actually greater than the received quantity. And of course, you see the true value returned, and we can see what the result is by clicking the right, double clicking the right, bottom right, and it shows, it evaluates all the records and shows the report, the result. All right, so let us filter here. In order to show the filter for this column, I would click on data, right? This to clear the filter, and this again to show the filter, and I want to see instances where the ordered quantity is actually greater than or equals to what was received. All right, so we can see that unlike this column H, where um, the ordered quantity is greater than the received quantity, we have combination of true and false. But for this, all of these are true. All of these are true because these actually combine instances where the other quantity is greater, combine instances where the other quantity is either greater than what was received, or where the other quantity is equals to what was received. And you will agree with me that here where we have okay, since we are looking at greater, okay, so looking at this, comparing this with this, right, comparing this with this, you would see that we have a combination of true and false, which tells us that for any case where we see false, right, for any instances where we see false, let me just filter by false. If I select false here, false is telling me that the other quantity is equals to the received quantity. So you can see for all the false that we have here, it is where the other quantity is actually the same thing as received quantity, because this only evaluates greater than. So it's always true for greater than. For instance, it's where other quantity is greater than received quantity, and it will return false where the other quantity is equals to received quantity. All right, this example is this column J is an example of a complex logical expression that is being combined together using the or sign, right? So if I want to say this in a statement now, I will say this actually evaluates the statement where the other quantity is either greater than the received quantity, or the other quantity is equals to the received quantity. So this is joined combined together using the or conjunction, right? It will always evaluate when the other quantity is either greater than received quantity, or the other quantity is equals to the received quantity. All right, so let's do that for less than or equals to. So this is pronounced less than or equals to. So equal sign to start function in Excel, and we're gonna say okay. I still have. Let me clear all the filters. Let me clear all the filters. So let me clear the filter here. So this is going to be equal sign to start an Excel function, and I'm going to say ordered quantity is less than or equals to received quantity. All right, so that's false, and okay, so that's good. All right, let me just quickly uh, mention something here. Um, like I said, for these two statements here, or these two columns, they are more like a two statements that are being combined together using or, right? They're using combined together using or. So if I want to type this now, this sign basically means greater than or equals to. If I want to say this literally, I'm going to say greater than or equals to. And for this, I'll say less than or equals to. Now, let's take you back to combination, a logic gate, right? Where we have just two inputs, right? Let's say this is input A. Let's say, okay, this is input A, and this is input B, and I have zero, zero, sorry, zero. I have zero, and I have zero, and I have 0 and 1, right? I have 1, I have 0, I have 1, and I have 1, right? I'm going to call this the output. I'm going to call this the output, okay? So the way this basically works is that we would always have an output of 0 when um, the input A and input B are both 0. So the output will always be 0. Okay. And of course, it is when the input A and the input B is 0 that we always have an output 0. Otherwise, the output will always be 1 for a statement that is being combined together using the or conjunction, right? For this statement, right? Say A is a statement and B is also a statement, and this is the output of the statement of both statements. So let's say if I have a statement that says today is Thursday, or I am a lady. If I say today is Thursday or I am a lady, the output is going to be 1 because today is Thursday is true. I am a lady is false, right? So today is Thursday is true and I am a lady is false. So the output is always going to be 1. So for two statement or a logical expression that are combined together using the or conjunction, right? The output would always be a 0 when both of them are false. Otherwise, the output is always going to be true. Okay, so if we understand that, let me just use false. So for this, it's going to be false. 0 means false, false, and 1 means false, true. This is false. Sorry, this is true, false, true, false, and this is true, 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 true. All right, so this is another way of representing it. This is A, and this is B. Sorry, this is right. This is B, and this is the output again. So if I want to write this now, I'll start with a function, then I'll say oh. Now there is a function that we call or in Excel also. Like it's a conjunction that is used to combine two logical expressions together. And I told you that a logical expression would always return true or false, right? A logical expression would always return true or false. Let's say false is one of the outputs of a logical expression, and this other false for the second statement is another output for the second expression. So if I combine the value here, sorry, if I pick the first value that, oh, sorry, okay, let me start that again. Or, right, as a conjunction that's kind of combine two logical expressions together, and I pick the first value here, right, comma, you can tell from the IntelliSense that Excel is showing us. That's more like a guide. So this false here, let's say it's an output of a logical expression, so which is a false. We have an output false here, and we also have an output false here. So if I pick this false, right, and I close the bracket and I press enter, right. So what this literally means that false and false when we have the two statements being connected together using the or sign, using the or conjunction, the output will always be false, right? Let me cascade this. So like what I said, when we have a false and false statement connected together or combined together using the or conjunction, like we have a 0 means false, So when zero is false and one means true. Zero is false and one means true. All right, so this is false and this is false, right? That is zero zero. The output will always be zero. Otherwise, the output would always be true, right? For I mean two logical expression that is being combined together with the or conjunction. All right, we see this. So false combined with true using the or conjunction returns true. You can see that this returns true for everything. All right, so that will take me back to this one of these. So I'm going to use that to explain one of these. Like we said, this greater than, the way we call this is greater than or equals to, right? This is greater than or equals to. That is how it's pronounced. Now, emphasis is on the or. Emphasis is on the or. So that means if we want to evaluate that, that means we are going to, if we want to use or, right? If we want to use or to combine the greater than or equals to, right? We want to use or, right? So we have the result, the output for greater than, which is this, and we have the output for equals to. You know, we use equals to here, right? Let me say variance, comma, equals, equal, right? Now, I'm going to use, equal sign. Now, don't forget that this is a complex statement here. This is pronounced greater than or equals to. Now, because we have two outputs, we have one for equals to, and we have another output for greater than. Let's see how we can combine the output here and the output here to see if it's going to give us what we have here, right? So if we want to do that now, we're going to say, or, right, we're going to use the or conjunction and say the output that, okay, greater than, right? So the output of the greater than, this is this. And then that's the first logical expression, comma. The other one is equals to, right? This is equals to, right? And look at this example. The first one output is true and false. So when we have a combination of true or false. Well, it's more like saying true or false. The output will always be true. The output will be true. Now let us double click on this, and now this is us here combining the result of two outputs, which is equals to, right, and greater than, right. That is what we combine together using the or conjunction here. And this is us here using the arithmetic sign greater than equals to, greater than or equals to. Now let us see if what we have here as an output is also the same thing as what we have here. All right, so we have true, true here. We have true, true. We have true, true, right? We have true, true. We have false, false. We have true, we have false, false. So you can tell here that the output that we have here, while combining two logical expression together using or, is also the same thing as the output that we have here, while using the greater than or equals to sign. In the next video, we'll be looking at how we can use the conjunction sign and conjunction sign um, to evaluate a logical expression and see what the results would look like. See you in the next video. Bye.